guys, how you going? It's down BKRsport. We are back here for another draft video, man. Really looking forward to this one here because, as you guys would have seen, I have not done a New Zealand Warriors draft before. This New Zealand Warriors draft is the first one, and I'm really excited for it. We're doing all 17 teams across all the different NRL teams. We're doing all 17. I don't know where I just got confused there. But anyway, the point of the matter is we're doing all 17 teams, including the Dolphins, which should be interesting with that one. But yeah, no, it should be good fun here. And obviously, it's not just myself. I do have another content creator who does support the team of the one that we're doing because I want to kind of have a bit of competition. You know, it is fun, but we also want the knowledge of someone who does support this team. So today we do have Dazzas cooked here, man. How we doing?
G'day, how are you? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, look, going all right, man. I'm interested to see how this one goes because there are some positions that are absolutely stacked. But yeah, there is a couple positions. You know, there's a bit of lack of maybe a bit of depth there. So be interesting to see kind of how we do go about this. But obviously, let everyone know about yourself, man. You know, what do you do as a content creator, and how did you become a Warriors fan?
Yeah, sweet. Mostly for content, I just make pies. So I own a couple of little bakeries in Auckland. And yeah, we're open 7 days a week, make a whole load of pies, do a few collabs with other businesses and stuff like that. And the Warriors, I've been a fan of the Warriors since I was a kid, playing rugby league growing up and all of that sort of thing. And my uncle actually used to work at the stadium, so we quite often got free tickets to go along and watch them.
Yeah, nice.
Always freezing cold and just there for the hot chips, but from there it's kind of
well, yeah, through a few of those tough years, man, you know, the hot chips would have been the main. It's like with me at Seabus, man. You know, like you've got to take what you can get when you get to the game. But you know, yeah, no, that's great, man. You were saying beforehand that you've only been doing this like on content for a year now, but well, funnily enough, actually, the first time we actually dealt with each other was a bit of back and forth banter on a Titans Instagram post. Right. But you know, it's good to see. It's good to see that you know, you've jumped into the industry now and you're doing it on socials, and you're growing pretty fast as well.
Yeah, shop's been huge. Shop's unbelievably busy now. We're looking at expanding in the current space, sort of get bigger and take over the space next door, and you know, then we can start doing shipping. And I want to do like pop-ups up and down the country, and even maybe pop-ups in Australia eventually and stuff like that as well.
Mate, get one on the Gold Coast, mate. Because I tell you what, I saw some of his pies, and they honestly look phenomenal. There was one the other day that I couldn't think of, but like I tell you, that it was like white. It was white. It was like crap meat. What's that?
Yeah, it must have been the white bait. The white bait.
Oh my god, that looked, buddy. It looked delicious, man. So you know, hopefully you can cook up a nice little team here against me, but it will be a very good one. But all right, guys, so if you don't know how this one does work, obviously we'll be going through 1 through 17 plus coach. So that's the full team. Once someone gets selected, the other person cannot select them. We have done the wheel decider. And finally, it is somebody else besides me. It's not me going first this time. Dazza is going first. That means that I will be going second and third. And then he'll go fourth and fifth and so on. And obviously, guys, I say this every time because I really want to make sure you understand. Please don't get annoyed. Like, there are going to be players that are going to be missed. Firstly, there's 34 players getting selected here. You're probably going to miss out on some players that you do really enjoy. It is, at the end of the day, just a bit of fun. Obviously, we'll put some stuff up on Instagram and YouTube and whatnot. But you know, there are going to be older generation who prefer the older generation and younger generation who won't know who those older generation are. So everyone's got their different perspectives. But Mr. Dazza, are you ready to go here for the first pick of the draft?
Let's do it. I'm going to go with, I think, the greatest Warrior to ever play the game, and Stacey Jones, number 7.
Yeah, look, I think it was a bit of a no-brainer there, Stacey Jones. It just has to be done. Stacey Jones is definitely... Well, yeah, he's one of the greatest, and I would argue that he is the greatest New Zealand Warrior of all time. So that is a big loss there because Stacey Jones is massive. But I can't let you... I can't let you do a bit of a cheeky one here and, you know, take Shaun Johnson and put him into the 6, which I probably would have done if I had the opportunity. So I'm going to take Shaun Johnson here. I'm going to put him into the 7 because I think that you probably would have put him into that 6, and that would have been an unbeatable bloody harvest pairing there. All right, so Shaun Johnson into that 7 there. Now, where do I go? You know what? I'm going to go and lock up another part of my spine here. I'm going to go straight into, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put Roger Tuivasa-Sheck as my fullback. I have to do it there. He honestly, I can't wait to see him play. I think that he'll probably play in the centres for you guys this year, but with that being said, you know, he has such a good rap sheet, man. Like, he is such a phenomenal player.
Yeah, so that's our 2 Dally M winners. Well, Shaun should have been. But I absolutely would have put Sean in 6. He's such a good ball runner as well. Like it would have been a good pickup. Yeah. Sweet. I'm gonna get my other half now because I think number 4 is a hard grab. So I'm gonna take James Maloney at 6.
Oh, that's who I wanted. I was gonna go him next, man. Oh, he snaked me. He has snaked me. Yeah, that's a great selection, man. And to lock up your halves early is great.
Yeah, and it's a bit thing. And then I also found fullback a little bit challenging. And so just so you don't put him on your bench, I'm going to take Reece Walsh at 1.
Yeah, Reece Walsh. Yeah, I did have him on my list here. I think that's a good selection there. I would have considered putting him as my 14, so you're probably good to have locked him up there. All right. Well, where do I go now? I think there's quite a couple of hookers there that I'm pretty okay with having there. I'm going to have to go into the back row here. I'm going to go Simon Mannering, one of the long-standing, just absolute stalwarts of the New Zealand Warriors. I love Simon Mannering, and yeah, big part of the Warriors culture there. So I'll chuck him into the back row, and alongside that, I'm also going to go into my front row here, and I'm going to take Stevie Price. I'm going to take the big Steve Price, Queensland legend as well. What a legend! Get around him. Queensland, we all know they're the greatest, and Steve Price, he's in.
Yeah, good pickup. Really good pickup. I'm going to start building my front row as well, and I'm going to go the other obvious option, and that's Ruben Wiki.
Yep, Ruben Wiki.
Ruben Wiki at prop. And I am going to go also into the second row, and I'm going to get Ali Lalatiti.
Yep, we've got similar thought processes here, man. Yeah. Ali Lalatiti. That was, I don't even know if I pronounced that right just then, but that was like around the 2001 days, wasn't he?
Yep. It was a big shame, actually. When we let him go, it was around the same time when the club sort of just fell apart. And he was kind of asked to go mid-season and just sort of didn't pick up his career after that again. But just so good on the offload, so hard to stop.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, 100%. All right, well, I'm going to make sure that I get your greatest winger of all time, and I'm going to take Manu Vatuvai. Manu Vatuvai, the big bopper. I grew up with this man as a young lad, and although I wasn't a Warriors fan, like there's no one who doesn't like what Manu Vatuvai did for the Warriors, man. He was just an absolute baller. So I will go onto the wing there, despite the fact that you guys do have quite a few wings, to be fair. But I just think that he takes it over the rest. You know what? I'm also going to go into my front row here, and I'm going to lock up Adam Fanua-Blake. I'm going to take your guy right now, Adam Fanua-Blake. I think he deserves to get a shot in. And I know that you guys may not be exactly a great deal happy with him as we currently speak, but the fact of the matter is that he's been an absolute baller for the club.
Oh, he's a great prop. I think that's just part of professional sports, right? If he doesn't want to stay, then he probably will move on, and hopefully he does stay for this season. Like, it looks like we've picked up Capewell now as well, and so that'll be a great front row if we've got a great forward pack if we've got Capewell and AFB still, but see how that plays out. Cool. All right, I'm going to finish off my front row and my second row. So yep. I'm going to take, for my other prop, I'm going to take Arwen Guttenbeil.
Arwen Guttenbeil, yep.
Played for the club for about 14 or 15 years, just real solid, real enforcer, real strong at the top. And then in the second row, I'm going to take Sisiwa Takiaho.
Oh, he's taking Takiaho. Okay, yeah, I like it. Oh, I just wrote that on my side. Shouldn't do that. Takiaho. I love saying his name when I'm doing my live stream commentary, man. I just Takiaho. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm going to go into my hooker role here, and I'm going to take Monty Betham. Didn't play an incredible amount, but geez, I tell you what, when he was playing, Monty Betham for me is one of the better hookers in the Warriors' history. And I actually could do you a bit dirty here and go for another hooker and chuck him in the 14, but I will leave it for now, because you know what I'm going to do with my 14? Oh, no, I could actually think about him putting it. Oh, no, I've confused myself a little bit here. All right, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to put another person on the bench. Yeah, I'm going to do another. No, I'm going to put Stephen Kearney into my back row. Yeah, Stephen Kearney.
Yeah, nice. Good pickup.
All right, you're up for 2.
Cool. I am going to take my lock, and I'm going to take Tohu Harris.
Yep, Tohu Harris, big bopper.
And I am going to... I'm going to pick up my 14 now, and I'm going to take Lance Ohio.
I was considering Lance Ohio. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Lance Ohio. He's a great 14. Oh, man, he could play literally everywhere. Like fullback, but he 5'8", probably could play halfback, but he 9, everything. Like that guy just knew how to play everywhere. I'm lacking in the 5'8" department now, to be completely honest with you. Gee whiz.
I found the fourth one hard. I was trying to plan like 4 halves, and finding the fourth half is daylight between the men.
Yeah, like there is Ngamu, but with that being said, yeah, it's not. There's a clear four. There was a clear four, but there was also a halfback who, because you don't need it now. There was Greg Alexander who actually played a little bit for the Warriors as well. That I did notice. Yeah,
I
but
thought
it
about
just
him first, yeah.
yeah, I could consider it. But with that being said, you have probably got me in the halves department. All right, we'll go to yeah. I'm going to go and take my other. Now I'm going to take Sam Rapira and put him onto my bench. Sammy Rapira. Put him onto my beat. That's a big bopper right there, Sam Rapira. And then I've still got. Oh no, I don't want you to take him onto your bench. I'm going to take Michael Luck and put him into my lock.
Yeah, good pickup.
All right, you are up.
I am going to take my hooker, and I'm going to take PJ Marsh.
Yeah, PJ Marsh. Yep.
Absolute gun in the early 2000s.
Yeah, that's a good one. PJ Marsh. You got one more.
And then in my 15 spots in my second bench, I'm going to take Dylan Walker. I think he was the best bench player in the comp this year. He was absolutely incredible every time he came on the field.
Yeah, Dylan Walker is an underrated player, man. People don't really give him the credit that he probably deserves. Dylan Walker.
He's done well this year. He's done really, really well moving into the middle and looking at that.
Can even kind of play him as a 14 as well, to be completely honest with you. You kind of got, he does play multiple positions, Dylan Walker. So, no, that's a good pickup there. All right. Well, I might go into my centres here, and I'm going to take Nigel Vungana. That guy, when he runs the ball, is scary. Nigel Vungana will also probably get selected for the Dogs draft that we're doing here. But yeah, Nigel Vungana, what an absolute beast of a player. Love him. And yeah, let's go Benny Madalino as well onto my bench so I can get that big Sam Rapara and Ben Madalino right there.
Big bench.
There's a big bench. You're up.
All right, I am going to do. What am I going to do? I'm going to do both of my centres.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take Francis Melly and Brent Tate.
Francis Melly and Brent Tate. Yeah, I love that. Francis Melly. Brent Tate is he's just one of those guys that, like, he was so good, whether it be on the wing or the centre. He was so good. Obviously, Queensland as well. Everything that he did, he was just such a great player to watch. Francis Melly was a little bit before my time, but I also know that I had him up there on my list as well. But yeah, those two guys there in the centre is brilliant. All right.
So what have I got left? I've got 2 wingers and 2 bench left, eh?
2 wingers, 2 bench, and a coach. And while I say that, I'm going to take Ivan Cleary just because I think that he was the, like, although the Warriors haven't won a premiership before, Ivan Cleary for me was the coach that probably has done the best for the Warriors in their history. And then you've still got you've still got a winger as well. So probably, there's plenty of options there. There's plenty of options. Well, you need to kind of get a back row. I need to get a back row here. I'm going to take Logan Swan and chuck him into my back row as well. Bit of Logan Swan there alongside Madalena and Sammy.
He's one of my best customers at the shop. He comes in all the time.
Is he? Oh, there you go.
Local real estate agent.
Mate, tell him to stop flirting with the opposition. Tell him to stop flirting with the opposition. He's on my team. He can't listen. All right, you're up.
Awesome. All right, well, I'm just going to take my 2 wingers now. So I'm going to take the, I believe they're the 2 highest try scorers in individual seasons, and that's Della Matane-Zalesniak on one wing and David Fusitu'a on the other.
That is absolutely correct. I was thinking you were going to go, because I remember in 2018, was that the year that David Fusitu'a and Cameron Marlowe were crushing it?
Yeah. They were just so many meters, and that was the same year that Roger won the Dally M, and it was just on the back of them. And then the following year, teams started kicking shorter, so they couldn't get the run up. So
exactly right.
So they could get the defensive line.
they were crushing it, man. Like they were just so good at that time. But yeah, Watini Lesniak this year was brilliant. Brilliant to watch. All right, so I haven't even looked at my 14, to be fair. To be fair, I could actually take a bit of Greg Alexander there as my 14. Or there's Isaac Luke, actually. You know what? I'm going to take Isaac Luke here as my 14. I loved what Isaac Luke could do.
He was my second hooker choice, was Isaac Luke, and it was close. It was close between him and PJ Marsh.
Yeah, I had Monty Betham, then Isaac Luke, and then I had Monty Betham, PJ Marsh, Isaac Luke. That's what I was looking at there. All right, I've got one more selection here. We don't even have to look at the same players anymore, though. So I don't have to think about that. I'm going to take a guy that I know well. Was it the Titans as well? Clinton Torpy, the big tubes. Clinton Torpy, he'll go into my centres.
Yeah, that's a great guy.
He's a great bloke. All right, you're up.
Cool. I'm going to do my 16 and 17. And both of these guys are kind of on what they could have been and what they should have been. So I'm going to take Nani Lamape, who played for the Warriors before killing it for the All Blacks.
Oh, damn. Okay, yep.
I'm going to take him as my prop and second row cover. And in 17, I'm going to take Sonny Fai, who only played a few games and then tragically died, but was an absolute up-and-coming gun. And if he'd played for the Warriors for years and years and years, I'm sure he would have been one of the greatest props that played. So I'll take Sonny Fai as well.
Too easy. All right. Yeah, I'm not too sure about him, but I'm sure that the Warriors fans out there definitely know all about Sonny. But all right, let's move now into my final two picks, which is my winger and my 5'8". So my winger, I'll just get straight out of it and I'll say Kenny Mamalo. I do think that year, that 2018 was just absolutely incredible. And I think that, when he was partnering alongside Fusatua, like that was just absolutely dangerous. And now I do have there's three shouts here. Like there's Greg Alexander, there's Gene Ngamu, and Grant Ravelli. But I am going to take Gene. I'm going to take Gene Ngamu simply because I do also have him written down here specifically in the 5'8" department. So I'm going to be a little bit more safer because again, I'm not a Warriors fan, folks. So I will. I guess I'll cater to the older generation there with the Gene Ngamu.
Perfect. All right, and then coach. It is a coin flip. I think there's two obvious answers, and that's between Anderson and Webster. I'm going to take Anderson because he went to a final.
Yeah, I understand. I'd written down Ivan Cleary and Daniel Anderson. I think
Webster,
that's...
Webster will be this then.
Well,
Webster will be this.
like if Webster can keep on moving and grooving, there's nothing to say that he couldn't be there, because they're doing some pretty good stuff right now. And I guess they're in a win now mode, man. But there we go. We've gotten through the list of players. Obviously, go through your 1 through 17 plus coach and let everyone know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, sweet. My thoughts, pretty happy to get a nice solid halves pairing. I think it's a killer front row as well. I think the bench is really strong. I think there's a lot of movement and utility on the bench, and so you sort of run through the big middles at the end. Reece Walsh at the back is pretty happy to have that. He was a last minute inclusion for me. I was like Roger and who else, and then I remembered he was sort of there for that one season, so that was really really good. Really happy. Good team.
Yeah, look, I think you got a good team there. Especially you've got a mixture of pace and also solidity in the back line. I would say Brent Tate, is more of the 100% get what he needs to do done, and then you've got the pace of Reece Walsh and Fisatua and Watini Lesniak, Francis Melly. I think that's good. I think you do beat me in the halves department, James Maloney and Stacey Jones. But I think that everywhere else is pretty even, to be completely honest with you, because I love that. I'll go through my team here. So I've got Roger Tuivasa-Sheck as my fullback, Manu Vatuvai and Ken Mamalo on the wings, with Nigel Vungana and Clinton Torpy in the centres. You've got Gene Ngamu and Sean Johnson in the halves, with Steve Price and Adam Fennell-Blake front row. Monty Betham is the number 9, with Simon Mannering and Stephen Kearney back row, Michael Luck in the 13. The 14, Isaac Luke, with Sam Rapira, Benny Madalino, and Logan Swan, with the coach being Ivan Cleary. I just think that I love that's a massive bench with Rapira and Madalino. That is a big time bench.
The back three as well. Like, you would be tired after tackling them all day. The back three and then the props is just, and they'll go all day as well. Steve Price always played 80 minutes and just didn't stop running the whole time.
Yeah, exactly right, man. Yeah, well, look, I like both these teams here. I'm really excited to see what you guys obviously have to say, obviously jump in the comment section here on YouTube. Let us know what your thoughts are. Plus, there'll be also a post on Instagram. Again, it's all a bit of fun at the end of the day. We really appreciate Dazza for coming on here, man. Obviously, let everyone know where they can find you again.
Yeah, sweet. So Dazzas Cooks on Instagram and TikTok. And drop me a follow.
Drop him a follow because I'm telling you, he makes some damn well good food. And when you're in Auckland, yes?
Yeah, we're in Auckland, yeah.
Auckland. When I'm there on Anzac Day for the Warriors versus Titans game, because we play you guys on Anzac Day over there, I'm coming in. I'm coming in for a pie 100%. Well, around maybe. Are you open Anzac Day?
We may or may not be. It's actually my birthday, so we may or may not be open. Just kind of depends. But either way, I'll be at the game. So we'll see.
There we go. 100%. All right, guys. Well, appreciate you. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Like I said, we're doing all 17 teams. So keep your notifications on. Get ready to rock and roll. Appreciate you as always. And we'll see you guys next time. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See you.